things are coming to an end when it comes to heartbreak and when it comes to justice not being served. It does have a lot to do with you putting in the energy of recognizing that you have to be intentional somewhat with letting things go. You are aware of that. I see here that you've tapped into your fire energy. It's less about, getting heartbroken and I'm the victim, and more about like, I have got to do something about this. So let's get deeper into this reading. Here recently, you've come into a thought process of, I knew this would come back. I knew this feeling would come back. I knew that things wouldn't be good for too long. I knew eventually I was going to have to get somewhere with this. It says the creation of resources to maintain freedom. So within the energy that you're in right now, you're really working on how to create resources for yourself and where to go and what to do. It's mostly about manifesting these things in for yourself so that you can get things done. I keep hearing multiple streams of income, so maybe you're focusing on multiple streams of income, trying to get somewhere with that. It says the gaining of respect from the practicality of associations. People will respect you. For you to step up and do what you know you need to do, people are going to respect you, and for some reason that's a big part of your journey. Things brought to life resulting from the productivity of your circle of friends. So I really do believe that whoever you are, you have some friends in your life, or you are the friend in other people's life who is encouraging, or they are encouraging you. Tap into that energy. There is a reason why there are certain people in your life. Let's tap back into the spirituality of it. Not one person that you've met in your life was an accident. Everything is meant to be. We're all walking a journey where there's so many limitations that aren't even real. Like, we make them up. Most people make it. Well, all people make up their limitations. I really do believe that's why a lot of not spiritual, but religious people who have a lot of rules that they place onto themselves because of what their religion tells them are angry. I do believe that's why they're mad, because they're not allowed to be free. They're like, how dare you not be confined to rules, and you don't want to follow the rules. You just want to just do whatever you want to do. You're going to hell, whatever it is. You're going to keep reincarnating, whatever it is. I don't know. But yes, that's the energy I'm picking up on. There's been people in your energy that has hurt you. I do want to let you know that that is over. You're coming into the energy of being able to master your ability to be okay with things taking time. You're kind of getting aware of the fact of where you play in the universe, like what role you play and how you work with the universe. I really think that you should look into the universal laws. There's way more than law of attraction and law of manifestation. There's all kinds of laws. There's so many of them. Look into them and see which one stands out to you. I think these came out in the last reading. Breaking boundaries, personal experience of God. You are the answer. Be guided to your purpose. God has shown itself to you. Himself, herself. God has showed itself to you. Here recently, or within the past year or last year. I would say here recently. This feels new to me. It feels like a newfound journey of spirituality and connecting to God and knowing who your God is and how that's the thing, the universal laws, how you fit in the universe here, and your relationship to God is growing. Let me ask, how can they grow their relationship with God even further? Shower of abundance. The first thing that came to my mind is understand and accept the fact that God does want to shower you with abundance, regardless of what you've done or what you think. God really wants you to be showered in abundance by them, okay? To heal your financial situation, first give us your worries concerning your money. We will help you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as fast as you'll allow it. You know what? This financial situation thing, the multiple streams of income thing, it's a way for you to connect. Like, okay, well, if they're in this situation, they're going to have to figure this out. So they're going to have to connect with me in this way. This is a connection test. I'm going to say test. This is a connection test because I don't know what other term, for the lack of better terms. Spirit wants you to know the moment you are able to heal your issues with finances, you will be a step further in your spiritual journey. Right now, this is what your spiritual journey is about, is being able to do that law of attraction, law of manifestation, whatever the other laws are, and putting it into your day-to-day life and being able to actually manifest these things. I want to get an angel number for you. What angel number has been popping up for them? Okay, so on the back of the deck is 999. This one is 444, 2222, and 0303. Feminine forces, protection, and taking chances. There are going to be things that are offered to you. Take these opportunities. There are reasons why people offer you opportunities. This is God talking to you. If multiple people are telling you the same thing and they come from different walks of life, that's also God talking to you. I feel like your relationships in this lifetime might have a lot to do with feminine energy and healing that aspect of it. It will be healed this lifetime is what I'm hearing. It will be healed this lifetime. That's why you're surrounded by this energy, or that's why you've had such issues with it, because there is issues there. There is karma there. There is things there that have to be healed. Anything that brings you negative feeling, like maybe possibly jealousy or envy or, just whatever it is, just hatred in general. These are things that we need to work through and find different ways of perspectives in order to change the way we feel about it. Because the only reason why somebody has negative feelings like that is because their perspective on the situation is negative. So, and also, back of the deck is 9, right? This is 2, 3, 4. How did that solar eclipse go for you guys? I've been having crazy dreams. Tired. Like today, I was like, and that energy's still there. Don't let it lie to you, okay? Now, okay, so the solar plexus, it represents oneness and unity. This is that healing with others, that healing with that feminine energy. And if it is masculine energy, take it, take what resonates and leave the rest and put it where it fits, okay? So if you know that yours is, I don't struggle with feminines, mine is masculine, that's your story, okay? If everything else in this reading is resonating, but that one little key, this is still your story or message. So it says, I accept the oneness of all life, and I know that I'm one with others. I support them, and I let them support me. I am brave and not afraid to ask for assistance. I would say this reading is a lot about oneness and unity, obviously, like with others, that healing with the relationships with other people, and also about abundance. It has a lot to do with you being able to be happy enough in order to be able to even manifest things. I would say that you probably struggle with being a happy person if you're listening to this. Maybe you don't. Okay, I'm just saying. I feel like somebody may struggle with being happy. They may struggle with depression. It has a lot to do with perspective and your spiritual journey and where you stand with the outside universe, outside of yourself. Not everybody's going to be on the same journey. Not everybody's going to believe in a God, or some people are going to be atheists. Some people are going to just be here for the ride, and that's okay. We can't judge other people unless what they're doing is blatantly bad. We have to accept people for who they are. We can't just have all this hatred in our hearts, like, oh, well, they shouldn't be able to do that because I wouldn't do that, so why should they? You know what I mean? It's not logical. These people in these times, be thankful for stuff like that, because it shows you where you're still triggered at. All these things, everybody is placed in your life for a reason. Self-worth. So you are the black sheep of the family, and it says things will work out. So whatever it is, y'all, look, black sheep of the family, okay? Self-worth. It says breaking the curse. So check out your Pluto placement. Definitely do some research about that. on the back of the deck, it says you'd really benefit from shifting your mindset. So you would really benefit from shifting your mindset from this negativity to, this is really about me building my self-worth this lifetime. So instead of falling more into depression or anxiety, this is part of my journey. This is something else for me to figure out. Kind of do it like a puzzle or like a video game that you love playing. You should be your most favorite video game, most favorite puzzle to figure out. You should be your most favorite YouTuber. You should be to yourself. This should intrigue you. This should get you high. You should be so fascinated with yourself and healing yourself and your journey and everything going on. And if you're not, I would really highly suggest that you might be a bit disassociated and to tap more in with yourself. Because you should be feeling like, okay, there's something for me to figure out. I got to go figure it out. Because there's more ways for you to figure these things out than to just fall into this like, I don't just, whatever it is. I'm just saying. This King of Wands energy keeps standing out to me. What is the affirmation for this King of Wands, please? And thank you. King of Wands affirmation. You want them to know about that. King of Wands, I am happy. I am extraordinary. Now, if I would slap your booty cheeks if you told me that a King of Wands did not think they was extraordinary, okay? This is the energy that Spirit wants you to be and God wants you to be, and they want you to tap into that you are amazing and that you have all this joy to give out to the world, like all this. You are needed. Like many times I've said this in my readings, but you're one of those people that need to hear that you are needed, that you have a purpose. There's a reason why you work in that small town job and you live with that small town person and, whatever. There's a reason you are placed where you are placed. You are needed in that moment. And then if you're feeling drawn to move, nobody's stopping you but yourself, your own confinements. People do that not only with religion, they confine themselves just in their minds, just in general. Religion just makes it easier, it just puts a name on it. Okay, so your affirmation for the King of Wands is, I own my greatness and I am so much more than ordinary. Also, I radiate joy from deep inside of my soul, and people need to see that from you. That's like part of your purpose. What is this Justice reversed? Okay, so Justice reversed. Okay, this is making me think of, I haven't even read the card yet. I don't think I've ever even actually seen this card. It's so cute. It's got some dogs on it. But it's card 33, and remember 3s and 9s are coming out for you a lot. It says, see the humor. And what that's telling me is that, remember Dolores Cannon? She said in one of her videos, she said that she did a past life hypnosis on this man. And he died. And he went to war, and then he died. And then he went to heaven. And he met the guy that killed him in heaven. He said, wow, that was cool. They both was looking at each other, talking to each other, saying, wow, that was amazing. Let's go back and do it again. But this time you be on that side and I'll be on this side. Okay, so that's the energy of like, what I'm picking up on is like, tap more into spirituality of it. Because if like life is not making sense, maybe tap more into like a spiritual side of it, a more open-minded side of it. Because it may not be the right answer, but if it resonates, it resonates. Okay, and there's a reason why things resonate. There's a reason why things sit with you. See the humor, levity, perspective, wisdom, playful. So with the Justice reverse, remember everything happens for a reason. These people may have hurt you. Look, this snake eating its own tail. It's all for your own journey. This is all for your own journey. Now, I don't have all the answers, and I'm going to lie to you and tell you I do. I'm just saying that I do believe that everybody and everything and every situation is part of our process. And when you take the accountability and you're like, okay, this is all for me, life literally does change. Your perspective on life does change. And yes, life still does get hard for everybody. It's supposed to. But when you're already down and then life knocks you down harder, I mean, how do you come up from that? At least whenever you're trying to be on top of things and life knocks you down, you're only going backwards a little bit. You don't fall completely down. You may stumble, but you're not falling completely down because you have ground that you've built. On the back of the deck, it says, card 25, it says, have confidence. And 25 equals 7. 7 is spirituality. Tapping into your spirituality, I know I'm kind of repeating myself here, but tapping into your spirituality will build your confidence. I really want to tell whoever's listening to this that you have psychic abilities. And I don't suggest going into that right now. You know, build your spiritual self up. Like I said, you have ground to fall on, right? But it says strength, balance, prepared, tranquil. So see the humor, see the purpose, see the silliness in why you feel so bad about something. You know, and I'm not saying that your feelings are invalid, because they are not. But from my understanding, just from a lot of people's near-death experiences I've listened to, and listening to past life hypnotherapists, a lot of them will say that this is all just a journey, and that when they get back to heaven, that it's kind of funny, that they'll laugh at themselves. I don't know. I can see myself laughing at myself. I'm like, dang, I can't believe I did that. That was crazy. Let's do it again. But okay. What do they need to hear? Lunar eclipse. Open the door to a higher dimension. So we just had an eclipse. This was a door opening up for a higher dimension. Full moon. Harvest the fruits of your hard work. So even if you may feel like behind, there's a reason why you are here at this moment, at this place, because there is work that you've put in. You do have ground. You're building it more and more and more. I just kind of feel like you may be falling. And that's my intention with this YouTube channel, because I do sometimes get very, very positive readings, and it makes me happy. I'm like, wow, this is like so positive. But I am here to help people, like when things feel lost. Like I'm here to put a little bit of groundedness on that with like my Virgo moon in the second house, you know, that Taurus energy, Virgo energy. One more. Okay, it says crescent moon. Keep moving forward. You got this. Harvest the fruits of your hard work. Keep moving forward. You got this. And with that lunar eclipse that just happened, open the door to higher dimensions. Maybe you casted a spell. Maybe you set an intention. It's happening. Just keep your energy open to it. On the back of the deck, look, y'all. Remember we was talking about people being in your life, right? It says coven. Power of sisterhoods. Yes, like there's an energy, a feminine energy in your reading that I'm picking up, that it's meant to be healed. Something deeper than what you think it is. You may think, oh, I just don't like them, because no, it's deeper than that. I would like to get a past life card, just because I've mentioned past life quite a bit in this reading. So Atlantis. So you might think that you had a past life in Atlantis. You did. Okay. And then knighthood on the back of the deck, which, you know, go into war and stuff like that. Atlantis is card 19. There's that 9 again. Okay, so it says your lifetime in ancient Atlantis is affecting your current situation. Okay, and it says you have a soul memories of this idyllic civilization that offered every imaginable wonder. There's a longing for a utopia that you subconsciously remember, and which you know is possible in this world. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. Okay, so let's look at knighthood. I'm just going to assume that knighthood is 55. Remember, 25 came out, so 5s are coming out as well, which represents change. And I can only assume that that's the knighthood is the energy of you coming here. Y'all, I just turned to page 67, which is monk or a nun. And I'm tired of seeing this 6-7. I'm tired. I'm just kidding. It's a cute little number. I used to see it like in the beginning of my spiritual days. I never thought an angel number would become a whole meme or trend, and they don't even recognize that's why. They don't even know it. The angels is talking to us like heavy. Okay, once a knight, always a knight. You receive this card as validation of your inner knighthood. Whether you're a man or a woman in this life, you have a heart of a mind of a knight. Most likely, you've had a fascination with tales and images of knights. You may collect knight figurines, decorate with knight-related artwork, and even dress up that way. And in relationships and in situations, you're one of those people that will stand up for the weak and the vulnerable. And you may choose a profession that'll put you in a protector role. You're loyal to those who earn your respect. Otherwise, you're not happy. And you know, that's the energy I was picking up on. You know, somebody lost your respect, and that's that justice reversed, and this Three of Swords, you know, the heartbreak. And this Nine of Wands, like, you're still in the background here. You got your shit going on. And on the side here, it's the King of Wands. And the energy of you are happy. You know, accept your happiness back. Call your happiness back. Don't allow anybody to steal your shine. It says easy does it. So Spirit really wants you to take your time. And it says optimism. So take it easy. Have optimism as you go. Okay, Spirit really wants you to take this easy and have optimism as you go. And I'm going to give you an ending message. Okay, it says release. And on the back of the deck it says joy. I stop fighting my fears and my hardships of life. I control my thoughts, live in the present moment, and I accept each stage of life. I work on what I have power over, and I put into God's hands what I can't change. I trust that everything will work out for the best. Like a child, I discover joy in the simplicities of life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in the material. Even the smallest joy is the greatest source of light. So I'm going to end this here. I think it's just going to be a collective reading because I didn't get any specific signs. And I do hope that you guys have a wonderful day, evening,